Hi, I'm Dozing Cat. I've been playing VRChat since 2020, and I recently just got into filmmaking and decided to kind of understand how filmmaking works in VRChat. And I realized by interviewing other content creators, it's probably the best way to do it, other than just figuring out everything by myself.
My name's Kyle. I've been playing VRChat for about a year now, a little over a year now. I've been making videos since about January of this month. I started out on TikTok. Sorry, I'm getting some lag. I'm sorry. Yeah, I started out on TikTok, and my boyfriend has a degree in video editing, so he's been, kind of teaching me and walking me through all that stuff. And I just recently started to get into the genre of trying to do like longer length stuff. So my Furality video was kind of my first shot at that. But yeah, I've been in the fandom for over 2 years now. And yeah, I love the furry VR chat community. It's a blast.
Can you briefly introduce your video?
Oh yeah, so my video for the showcase was a parody of the intro for the TV show Friends. I tried to recreate it as accurately as I could, which I think I did an okay job at that. But yeah, it's just a fast-paced video of people having fun and enjoying themselves and partying.
I was about to ask if that is your first time doing filmmaking in VRChat, because I wanted to know like if your friends are are also interested in filmmaking.
Well, I have a pretty big friend group who plays VRChat. We hang out all the time. And a small portion of them are super interested in being in videos. Kip Kingdom, he's on the staff team. He's a really good friend of mine. He's always down to help me whenever I need it, give me advice with, advertising stuff, and always happy to help to be in videos. And then also I have a friend named Azul who he has his own little group of friends who, he has his own TikTok channel. So yeah, I'd say that a lot of my friends are super into filmmaking, not necessarily the editing portion of it, but the acting portion of it. They're always down to have fun and goof around in front of the camera.
I create my Furality video myself, and I realized it's really hard to do this kind of stuff by myself. And it's important to have other people help you. And yeah, it's okay to ask other people for help. How do you establish an emotional connection between the audience and the video you create?
Well, talking about the Furality video or just in general?
In general, and then probably the Furality video.
Okay, so with the Furality video, most people know the show Friends. Most people know the song. A lot of people know the intro. So I feel like the connection that I tried to have with the audience for that is trying to replicate it as close as I could to the original. Like, it took me a long time to frame all of the names and the intro and all the cuts. I tried to make all the cuts exactly the same. So I guess the best way, since it isn't an original creation, it's a parody, I guess the best way I could connect with the audience with that is trying to replicate it as best as I could. And then also in general, I spend a lot of time listening to music and stuff, and I like to make like little music type of videos sometimes. So I'll listen to music and I'll listen to them over and over again, and I'll be like, that little 10-second clip in that song, that might make a funny little video. So then I'll listen to it another 20 times and be like, okay, and I'll try to like visualize it in my head and be like, oh, I think that might be kind of fun. I think that might be a lot of fun for people to watch.
Yeah, my Furality video is also about replicating something existing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and the benefit of that is that you can, since it already exists, so you don't have to recreate the entire thing from scratch, and the audience can
Mm-hmm.
can have an emotional connection to the stuff you create. Yeah. But at the same time,
I agree.
you also have to pay attention to those details, because you are limiting yourself. Yeah, like you have to find the actors, exact number of actors, find a suitable location, and make every shot matches the original as possible. As much
Exactly,
as possible.
because when you're copying, I wouldn't say copying, but like when you're doing a parody of something that already exists, unless you kind of have to do it as accurately as possible to make people relate with it. Because a lot of people have seen, Scary Movie. I love that movie. So I instantly knew what it was, and because I knew of the killer in that movie, how he acts and stuff, how you portrayed him was just amazing. So I feel like you did a really good job at portraying that and replicating it as a funny little parody.
Thanks. Another question I want to know is, did you encounter any difficulties or problems during the filmmaking process?
I did. So I think there was two main problems I had while filming it. The first one would be I just recently upgraded to a what is it, an RTX 3060. Before I was using a 1060. So it wasn't too good. So while filming, I was getting a little bit of lag, frame rate lag that would carry over to the recording. So that kind of made it a little challenging because like I would get a really good shot, and then the recording session would be over, and as I'm editing I would see that there's lag in it, so the whole shot would be ruined. And then to get all 6 people to get together for like another 20-30 minutes to reshoot some stuff is just a big pain. And then another problem I had was we went up to the rooftop right up here, up the stairs over there. We went up on the rooftop, took lots of really good shots, really funny, good shots, and I was really happy with them. Come to find out, after everybody left the instance, and it was just me and my boyfriend chilling out before we, got off, I go and look, and I didn't even hit record on
Ouch.
OBS. So 30-something minutes of really good footage that probably would have made the video a little bit better, just down the drain because I didn't hit record, and I felt so bad. But we ended up doing like another 20-ish minute reshoot, and got some of those things back. So yeah, I think it worked out pretty well. But yeah, that was probably 2 of the biggest difficulties I had during the production of it, I would say.
Hardware issue. It's very common when doing this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of issues, did you have any issues with VRChat itself, like latency?
Not really, because I think for all of the shots I needed, it was all dancing scenes and people splashing in the water and like goofing around and stuff. So there wasn't really any shots in my video that needed precise start and stop points for them to act stuff out. It was just kind of, all right, everybody dance for 20 seconds. Let me go around and get some shots. So the latency with VRChat wasn't really a problem there because it was all just kind of continuous. I just did like one big continuous shot of everybody goofing around. So thankfully, I didn't have any issues with that because I know sometimes latency in VRChat can be a big pain with the audio and everything.
Yeah, that is a really smart strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was going to ask if you wrote a script or how did you find the audio, but I guess you kind of answered that question since you are referencing something, yeah, something that already exists. Or do you
Yeah.
have anything to add?
Yeah, actually, I think I did make a script for it, to begin with. It was kind of just I looked at the original video and I was like, okay, I need, this many shots of people splashing in the water. I need this many shots of people dancing. So it wasn't really too bad because I I knew what I needed, so I just counted the amount of shots I needed for what they were doing, and then just like, all right, guys, can I get you two? I need you guys to, dance for a few seconds or whatever. So it was it was relatively easy because I knew exactly what I needed, so I just had to write everything down, like a big list.
Personally, I don't write scripts because yeah, I'm the only
No.
I'm the only one working on the video. Yeah, but I realize it's necessary to do
Mhm.
so when working with others.
Yeah, no, even by yourself. Like if you have an idea of something, like if I do most of my TikToks by myself. So usually what I'll do is I'll just really quick jot down, like either on a paper or on my computer. This is kind of what I need, especially when I'm at work and I have a really good idea. So I'll write it down on my phone, and I'll kind of give myself a little vague script of what I need. Just so it kind of helps me when I get home and get into VR. I'll already kind of know what I want. So that's what kind of helps me a little bit is even if I'm by myself, I'll have like a little tiny script.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I should definitely do that.
Yeah.
During the filming process, are there any shots that you found extremely hard to film?
I would say sorry for lag. I would say for the entire video, I would probably say the very beginning sequence, when they're kind of getting on the couch and stuff, because I had to line them up and give them kind of cues, like really basic cues on when to walk up to the couch and take a seat. So yeah, I think that was probably the most difficult part, because like I said, the whole rest of the video was just everybody having fun. So that beginning part was probably the most complicated. But even then, it wasn't too bad because everybody was kind of just having fun and going with the flow. So
Do you have any advice for creating? I'm not sure if I should call this a genre, a parody.
Any advice? Have fun with it. Because it is a parody. Unless you're trying to do like a serious drama parody, just have fun with it. That's why you're doing it, is to have fun with it and to create stuff. Also, like I said, if you're doing a parody, just jot down basic notes of what the original video has and what you need. And if you do want to change anything, what you want to change. I think that's what definitely helped me a lot was, like I said, writing down everything I needed from the original. Because then by the time I went into VR, I had my list, on OVR Toolkit, I had my list, and I could just be like, all right, well, what's next? Oh, okay, we need this many shots of blah, blah, blah. So yeah, being organized with doing parodies is, I guess, parody genre, yeah. I guess being organized is probably one of the better pieces of advice I can give because it just makes the recording process so much easier. But yeah, just have fun, enjoy yourself, and yeah.
Oh. Oh. Here's another question that just yeah.
Mhm.
So do you choose to recreate the opening from Friends based on the resource? I mean the people, the time you have, or you choose to, or you or the idea comes from an opposite direction. I mean the entire approach. So what I mean is that you
Mhm.
see what you want to create first, and then
Mhm.
you kind of want to experiment if that idea works with your friend group. Yeah, I'm not sure if you know what I mean.
I think I do. So I came up with the idea about 4 or 5 months before they even announced the Furality showcase submissions. My good friend Bryant, Funlala Bryant, hee hee. Yeah. They really love the show Friends. They were binge watching it for a long time, and they love the show. So I was like, oh, it might be kind of fun to do a video with that. And then I found out that submissions were opening up for the showcase, and I was like, what if I did this, because it was within the time frame, it was a parody, everything lined up for it. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. I need 6 people. So I reached out to 6 people, and they were happy to do it. And yeah, we did it.
Interesting. For me, it's I always do things based on what kind of resource I have. I will try to figure out if the entire process will work in my mind first, and then I'll actually start doing it. Yeah, that is my approach.
I agree with that. Yeah, I don't make anything unless I can visualize it in my head of how it's gonna turn out. So I kind of get what you're saying there.
Is there anything you'd like to try in the future? Like any parodies you want to create, or other genre you want to film?
I really want to get into doing very cinematic kind of Danny Gray. I
Yes.
think he had 2 submissions. That kind of genre, like the really nice cinematic, slower videos with lots of cinematography, because I really want to get better at not just having a camera in one spot. I want to have nice transitions where the camera's moving around everywhere, with nice music in the background. And I want to make stuff that when you watch it, it makes you feel good, because everything is just so flawless with the cinematography. Because I love cinematography. I like the camera tricks that people use and how they make that work into the video. Because honestly, like, I feel like in Danny's videos, if the cinematography wasn't that good, I wouldn't have cried. So it's that kind of stuff that I want to make, is stuff that makes people emotional in a good way, I guess. Yeah, just that kind of whole cinematographic whatever genre. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's not the word.
Yeah. Did you go to the panel hosted by Astro, which she teaches how to create more cinematography feeling using the VRChat camera? Like
I
how to
didn't. I
shoot
missed it.
cinematography.
I think I
Oh,
was
okay.
busy. Yeah, I think I was busy. I really wanted to go, but I think I was busy for that, unfortunately.
Yeah. She
I'll probably end up watching the
yeah.
VOD though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire event is also streamed on Twitch. Yeah. Do you have any questions for me, or do you have any things you want to say or to add?
When did you get into doing like that green screen type of stuff? Because it's honestly really good. I've never seen anybody do green screen. Oh, sorry, lag. I've never seen anybody do green screen VRChat stuff like I've seen you do, and it's honestly really good. It's so eye catching. When did you get into it, and how long did it take you to kind of get to where you're at now with it?
So, the first green screen VRChat related stuff I made is a parody of the presidential debate. I
saw that one. I saw that one.
Yeah, I replaced Trump with my avatar. Wait, where did you find my video? Like, yeah, on YouTube.
I found the Shining video you posted in the Discord, and then I went to your YouTube, and then I was like, oh my god, there's more videos. Let me watch them all. So I watched them all, and I enjoyed all of them.
Okay, thanks for watching all of my videos. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, I made that one back in 2021. Just right before VRChat updated their camera system. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
well, that's cool. Yeah. You make really good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, green screen is such a underutilized feature. Yeah.
I agree. I need to start using it more.
Yeah, and I feel kind of happy that people start to recognize my style. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. I love it. I love it. The freaking you pop up on the couch, you're like, what? Oh my god. And then the part where you're running upstairs and like she's throwing stuff at you, and then the grandma, and it looks so real. I don't know. It was awesome. Like I said, it was really well done. You should be proud of yourself. It was really good.
Thanks. It took me lots of time. Yeah, time is always a problem.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah.
Oh, do you use VRC, the default VRChat camera to film, or VRC lens?
I use the default VRChat camera. I really need to get into using that other what's called VRC lens.
Yes.
Danny, back a few months ago, Danny Gray sent me the link to it, and I just haven't done it yet. I've heard it's pretty good. I heard there's a lot of extra features on there. So I'm probably definitely gonna, look into that and figure out how to install it, because I'm kind of done with that stuff. But yeah, I use the default camera. It's good for me most of the time, but if I want to start getting into the other genres that I want to start branching out into, I definitely feel like I might need to upgrade to, downloading that one.
Are there any features that you think either the default VRChat camera or VRC lens should have or should add?
Yeah, definitely flying mode with portrait. If you can have portrait mode, because I do a lot of TikToks, if you can have it, because how you have like the what's it called, the flying mode, like the free cam, so you can like fly with the camera. If you can do that, but have it flipped over into vertical, and fly with it like that, that would be awesome. Because for my TikToks, if obviously it has to be in portrait mode. If I want to have a shot with the drone, like the flying thing, I have to zoom it out more so that whatever I need is like in the first third of the camera, and then at that point I start losing quality because I have to zoom into it. So it just makes it a huge pain. So if they could make it so you can do flying mode with portrait mode, I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing I'd really want, honestly, is just portrait mode with the free cam.
I think VRC lens can do that.
Really? Okay, I'm downloading it. I'm getting it. That's it. I'm getting it.
Yeah. When I shot my video for Furality, I also only use the default VRChat camera. It works. Most
Did
of
you
the
use the
time.
green screen or did you use the other one?
I use.
Did you do the environment?
No, I use the green screen. If I remember correctly, if I turn off the environment, the background will be like black instead of transparent. But
Yeah.
turning off
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was getting
environment,
to.
works when shooting photos. You will get a transparent background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. I need to get into using the green screen. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. The reason why I decided to like have this kind of interview is because I realized that most people's work cannot be fully appreciated without having a talk like this with them. Watching a video is not enough.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, because it's like a minute or whatever, and then it's over. I really appreciate you reaching out and wanting to do this.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch all of the interview videos that you put out because I'm kind of excited to hear other people's perspectives on how they did their videos and the production that went into it. Because making compared to everybody else's, my video was kind of because mine was just a whole bunch of cuts. But everybody else's, there's a lot of ones that had cool lag. Sorry, there's a lot of other videos that had really cool transitions. Actual acting, awesome cinematography. So it'd be really cool to listen and learn how they went about doing that and how they executed it. But I think it's a really good idea that you're, doing this. Kind of put them into the perspective of the producer.
I'm not sure if it's because I am also doing filmmaking VRChat or not, but sometimes I feel like I have I can I can look at certain shots and think about how it was filmed. So sometimes I'll say, "Hey, how did you film that?" Even though it just looks normal, but if you think more carefully, you'll realize that it's not that simple.
Yeah. There's a lot more that goes into even the basic videos. There's a lot more that goes into it than a lot of people think. Those very subtle transitions that doesn't do a lot, but it just adds a little bit to the video. Every little bit of a video counts, and it all builds up into this one piece. So yeah, a lot of people think that it's mostly pretty easy, but it's actually it takes a lot of thinking. Sometimes I stay up at night. I'm like, how can I make this video idea work? And I'm sitting there thinking how I'll film it, who I'll need, what world I'll use, because that's the one big thing is trying to find which world to film in, because there's so many worlds in VRChat, and there's a lot of worlds that are there's probably 200 different worlds that has a living room with a couch and stuff.
Yep.
But I chose this one. I don't know. I like this one. There's a lot that goes into it, so it'd be kind of cool to hear other people's perspective on it.
Thanks for joining the interview and answering all of the
Well,
questions.
thank you for having me.
Yay!
Of course, thanks for having me. Yay!
Oh, all right.
God.
Let me turn off the camera.